Hello folks, Kyle here, Dark Dirty Outdoors. Thanks so much for watching. Today I'm at Alum Creek and I am trolling for saugeye. So I'm sure there'll be some other fish mixed in. We might get into some crappie, some white bass, might even get a musky. You never know. So stay tuned, let's go fishing. Dink! That's a dink. We don't want that. Oh. Yeah. Is that a ginormous crappie? Oh my God. Oh my God. Get the net. Oh my God. I don't want to let up. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, got her. Oh, that's a big crappie. Special high crappie. 13 inches. 13-inch crappie. Yes, sir. Bring it. Oh. I don't think that's the musky that I was hoping for, but very small fish. You suck. Like that. Yeah, we like that. That's what we like. Yeah, let's get fired up. Fired up. You know what's up. Don't you? You know what's up. You know what's up. You know what's up. Come on now, you know what's up. Big enough. You know what's up. You know what's up. Dinner. I got dinner, yes. Big. Oh. Yeah, that's big. Double. Back to bagger. Back to bagger. Lights off, folks. I got a kid. Yeah. Coming up. That's all fouled up. Yeah. Get up here. Nice fish. Doubled up, folks. Having fun now. Yes. Doubled up, folks. How about that? That was pretty sweet. Yeah. Trolling for saugeyes. That's right. folks, just had a musky on a really light spinning action rod. Nearly spooled me. In fact, the line was to the knot on the spool. So I'm probably better off that she spit the lure, because she was about to take off with my lured line and all. That would not have really been ideal. So I'm glad she spit the lure on that deal. So all right, let's see if I can whack some more saugeyes. Big fish. Wow, it's a big drop. Another big ass drop. That is a big drop. It's jamming the grouse paper now. Holy cow, get up in there. There he is. Ooh, there's another one. Yes, sir. Doubled up again. Doubled up again. Saugeye. Up on the surface. That's a crappie. That's just a weaker rod. We like that. Doubled up. We like that. I like it. No, it's a big saugeye. Well, we got another saugeye. Just wanted to keep her. We are in them, folks. We are in them. Come on, get off there. There you go. Ooh. The bottom either. Like that? Crappie. Big old crappie. Ah. Big old crappie. Big old crappie at dusk here. Oh, let's just look. Uh-oh. I got that one recording now. We got a nice fish here, folks. Pulling dry. Don't know what we got. I'm thinking saugeye. If it was a musky, it would be having its way with me. And it ain't doing that. It ain't doing that. This ain't a crappie though, I promise you that. Alright, some good footage here, folks. Nice evening here, trolling Alum Creek for saugeye. We are getting into some nice saugeye here at Alum Creek. We like this. Yes, we do. I better back her down a little bit. I want to back her down just a little bit here. It's a nice fish, folks. This is a really nice fish. This might be what I'm after here. This just might be what I'm after here, folks. It just might be. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I got her. Uh-oh. I think I got her. Oh, I lost her. Doggone it. I found that out. Oh, man. I think I need a minute. That was a fish Ohio saugeye. That was a toad saugeye. Oh my God. When I went to scoop the fish, the lure got stuck on the high side of the net, so the fish wouldn't go down into the net. And eventually she flopped herself off the net and swam off. That was, oh, doggone it. Try again. Okay, folks. One thing I wanted to do was go over some tips when it comes to trolling for saugeye. I'm not just out here willy-nilly running around all over the lake. There is a strategy to it, mostly focusing on underwater structure. I'm looking for long main lake points, really large flats that will serve as a feeding shelf for fish, especially if wind is blowing into them. Road beds can be a piece of structure to look for. A reef, a rock bar, whatever the case may be. I'm looking for structure, and I'm gonna troll it. I'm gonna get up on top of it and see if I'm marking fish shallow. I'm gonna get off on the edges and see if I'm marking fish there. And lastly, I'll come completely off of it into the deep water right adjacent to it and see if the fish are there. If I've done all of those things and I still haven't marked, good numbers of fish, then move on. Don't continue to fish that structure. It's not holding fish. You want to be putting your baits in an area where there's fish, keying on that type of a structure. And if you feel like you worked a point and now you're not seeing the marks, they may have moved. You might go down to the next point and you start seeing those marks again. So don't be afraid to move. So tip number 1 is to fish structure. The next thing I want to go into is speed. That's another tip. Don't get locked into one thing. You can change it up. When it comes to trolling for saugeye, you're talking about subtle, minute changes. You might go from 1.9 to 2.1. And when I say change speed, I don't mean running for an hour at 1.9 and decide, well, we got to change and run for an hour at 2.1. No, as you're trolling, mix it up. Do 1.9 for half of the structure and then bump it up to 2.1. And then maybe as you make your turn, go really, really fast. A lot of times they'll hit when you're doing that. So that's tip number 2. Do not be afraid to change up your speed as you're trolling. Tip number 3, pay attention to current. And that can even be subtle current, like wind-blown current. If you've got an area that wind is blowing into or blowing through a channel, or where there's a bridge and there's a neck down for the water, all of those things are things that you can key in on if bait fish is relating to that. Especially, this is July, folks. It's hot water time. My water temps are 87 degrees. I think they were 89 when I started. It's hot water. So bait fish is going to look for those transition areas, where there is some current. So that was tip number 3, be aware of current. Okay, folks, tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be bring a buddy. So your buddy can net the fish for you. That way, if the fish gets away, you got somebody else to blame and you got somebody else to yell at. So tip number 4, always bring a buddy. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like fishing videos, it'd be great to subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more content coming out. I am posting up a video each and every week, every Wednesday. That's my schedule. So, again, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.